Since BT10, Bloomlord has been used up until now, which we're about to be heading into BT16. Bloomlord is still being used. It is still such a good deck because it does quite a bit of things. So how do we beat it? How do we beat it? How do we get around this Bloomlord and its nasty when digivolving security attack +1, gain memory, have piercing for every 2 suspended Digimon that you have on the board? Let's talk about it. So Bloomlord has quite a bit of things going on. You got search power with the Palmon. You got the Palmon, which I personally love. When an effect suspend this Digimon, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, which the Bloomlord and the Palm, which just goes hand in hand. You're able to suspend a Digimon when you digivolve from the Bloomlord, and now this Palmon, you can suspend, let's say, an opponent's blocker, although it doesn't matter because you're going to get piercing, but if they have 2 blockers, it is a good thing to have. The whole gimmick of this is really to just have a whiteboard, because you're going to utilize the Bloomlords when digivolving. You may suspend one of your Digimon, then each of your suspended Digimon that contains plant, vegetation, or fairy in its traits gain 1 memory. When you gain 2 or more memory with this effect, unsuspend this Digimon. This Digimon gains piercing for the turn. And then for every 2 suspended Digimon, this Digimon gets 2000 DP and gains security attack +1. So if there is 3 Digimon, you digivolve with the Bloomlord, you suspend, Bloomlord is the 4th one. You gain 4 memory because you gain 1 for each Digimon suspended. You gain 4000 DP because for every 2 you get 2000 and security attack +1, and then you get security attack +3. So this is one of the first decks that really did OTK aside the promo Coagumon, which got hit. And Bloomlord is nuts. So because of that, a lot of the Digimon are going to be played by effects, right? This Sunflowmon, when digivolving by suspending one of your green Digimon, you may play 1 Digimon card of vegetation with 3000 DP. So you're able to just start dropping Digimon. You have Digisorption, so now you can build up into that Bloomlord so much quicker by digivolving for free, suspending your own Digimon to do it. And then this Cherrymon redirects your attack, so swing into another Digimon or swing into the player. Now you can just redirect Cherrymon, and that was, yeah. Agitarmon, by suspending one of your green Digimon, now you can play another Digimon with 3000 DP. Argomon got limited to 1, rightfully so. Digisorption, Digivolve for free. So you're really able to climb up from Bloomlord, honestly, from rookie all the way to 6, because then you just Digivolve to level 4, Digivolve to the Argomon or the Cherrymon for a reduced cost, and then you just Digivolve into the Bloomlord, gain that memory back because you're gonna, with the effects, you're gonna widen your board, basically Digivolving for 3, 2, maybe even for free. We did talk about the Bloomlord. The Nidhogg it's still a good tech card. When you Digivolve, you Digiburst, so it's an old mechanic that's not being used anymore. Digiburst was, for example, this one says Digiburst 4. You just trash Digivolution sources from that card to activate the effect, which I thought was a really cool gimmick, but they did ended up stopping it. This one, when you Digivolve after you Digiburst, suspend all of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 DP or less. Then place all of the opponent's suspended Digimon at the bottom of the owner's deck. So Nidhogg could be actually good against the Brigade as well. Keep that in mind. So it is a good tech card to have in the Bloomlord. The Hydra is arguably just as good as the Bloomlord. When digivolving, you may suspend 1 Digimon. All turns, once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, for each other suspended Digimon with vegetation, plant, or fairy in one of their traits you have in play, gain 1 memory. End of your turn, once per turn. If you have 2 or more suspended Digimon with vegetation in its traits, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the owner's deck, which is really nice because they really have to think about attacking, because if that Digimon stays suspended, now you're going to punish them with the Hydra. Even if you just Digivolve with the Hydra past turn, you suspend their level 6, level 7, whatever it is. Now you can go ahead and bottom deck that Digimon that they have. Gran del Sol, good removal, right? You suspend something and then return it to the bottom of its owner's deck. I think I ran like 1 in the deck because Bloomlord does struggle with removal. That is one thing of the Bloomlord. You could just suspend their Digimon and then you would just have to swing over it with the Bloomlord or bottom deck it, but there's no real like quick way for you to remove a Digimon from the field. Hidden potential, I mean, being able to Digivolve for free, Then the Mimi just allowing you to move up more Digimon, which is really handy for the Bloomlord. You digivolve to a Bloomlord, get security attack +3 or 4, whatever. Go through all your opponent's security, and then you just tap the Mimi you have in play, bring up that rookie, and now you swing for game. So Bloomlord is a fun deck to play. So now let's talk about how to counter this damn deck and how to play against it. There is quite a few ways, actually, more than there was before. Starting off, we're going to still start off with three rookies, Pamomon, Gatsumon, and Pillowmon. Players can play Digimon by effects. That is, for the most part, all that Bloomlord is trying to do is play Digimon by effects. That way they're playing them for free and not dropping them. They can drop them, but they'll only be able to drop 1 or 2 without ending their turn. So Pamu and, well, I guess these Floodgate cards would be good. A deck that I do have for the Gallimon that focuses on milling trash while being aggressive is such a good deck against Bloomlord because, well, I already said it. You're trashing cards from your opponent's deck, and then you're being very aggressive. So by the time you get to the Crimson, if they have 20 cards in their trash, you're trashing 2, 3 with its own effect, and then you're swinging, and then you're also deleting their highest Digimon with the Crimson. So Gallimon, I think, is a very, very good deck against this. I did add this Black War Greymon BT2 here because if they're all suspended late game, go into that Black War Greymon, you could clear their whole board by his effect, because when attacking, if you attack your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP, unsuspend this Digimon. It is not once per turn. Let's say they have a full board, they have a Bloomlord, and they have 3 other Digimon. You swing at the Bloomlord, you're going to have inherits that put you over the Bloomlord. You unsuspend, and then you keep picking them off so long as they have the highest DP. And then ultimately, you're still able to swing into their security stack. So Diaboromon Ace is another card that can be really well used against Digimon that play Digimon by effects because of its all turns. Once per turn, when an effect plays another Digimon, you may delete one of your opponent's play cost 3 or lower Digimon for each of your Diaboromon, add 2 to the maximum play cost of this effect. Diaboromon, I think, is going to be so good against the Bloomlord, because like I said, not only are you playing Digimon by effects, they're also playing Digimon by effects. So now you just have this ace, and if they don't, like I said, if they don't have the Gran del Sol to get rid of you, then it's going to be really hard to kind of get rid of the Diaboromon. Although here, you also do have the Hydra and the Nidhogg if the Diaboromon ace is suspended, but there is protection for the Diaboromon. He's able to protect himself by deleting other, basically, tokens. Makes him really, really good. Heavy Leomon with the level 5. You have DP reduction. You have bouncing to the bottom of the deck. And then here you get to Digivolve when you do Digivolve, and then you're able to swing into the Bloomlord if it is there. End of attack, you get to return Digimon to the bottom of the deck. And as you have seen, all of their level 3s, level 4s, they're going to be less than 4,000 for the most part. So you're going to be able to control the amount of bodies that Bloomlord does have just at the end of your attack. And then even if you don't, then you get to unsuspend. I put Black War Greymon on here because you have Reboot, and then when you have Reboot, you're kind of controlling the opponent's board by deleting Digimon. And then even if he gets deleted, swinging the if the Bloomlord swings, you're able to redirect the attack to yourself, because that is going to be the highest level Digimon. And if you're doing a good job at controlling the board where they only have the 2 Digimon, yeah, he'll be at 14. You'll still get hit on, but if you do have effects that increase your DP, now it's going to be much harder for your opponent to swing over your Black War Greymon X. War Greymon just having Raid and then giving yourself Piercing. When I put this card on here, I just mean the War Greymon as a whole, right? So even War Greymon X anybody, when you do swing, and then at the end of attack, you're able to delete Digimon, so you really don't have to swing at the Bloomlord. And then for every security check, you gain memory. War Greymon is just, it's also a good deck to run. Black War Greymon, because of its when Digivolving, if this Digimon has red, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon. If this Digimon has black, choose any number of your opponent's Tamers. The chosen card's play cost must add up to 6 or less. I love this because then you are able to pop 2, right? Or 1, even if it's a champion. But if they have the Red Veggie and the Pamomon, you could pop both of them, reducing your Bloomlord's opponent's board down. And then every time a Digimon is deleted, you get to unsuspend, which is good because now if you use a type to give a blocker, Digimon gets deleted when he blocks, he unsuspends, and you're able to block again. So that's also a thing. This one, it could be good against it, and the reason is because of its opponent's turn ability. When a card is removed from your security stack, they digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Now it's still going to carry over the security attack plus and the DP reduction that the Bloomlord does get. So is it the best card to use against it? No, but it's a good tech because then you're removing the Bloomlord from the field at the first swing, and you also do get recovery. So if it does end up swinging into the Shadow Seraphimon, if it is suspended or it suspends it, now on deletion you recover 1 and you give the Bloomlord minus 4,000 DP. So now decreasing its DP, and then if it's still checking that security with the piercing, it's a good chance for that Bloomlord to get hit. Mirage Galgamon, not only do you bounce, but I think here the better mechanic against the Bloomlord is the alternates once per turn. When in effect, adds cards to your opponent's hand, gain 1 memory for every 4 cards in your opponent's hand. So we have the Palmon that's giving you cards. Also, the other Palmon where start of main phase, I think they get to draw a card, if I'm not mistaken, or a Vegemon, so that would trigger the Mirage Galgamon as well. A Zulongmon, I really put a Zulongmon here because late game, if the Bloomlord doesn't manage to OTK you, they needed that last swing, but now they have 5 bodies on the board. Digivolve into a Zulongmon and you get security attack +1 for every Digimon that your opponent has that has no sources. And then you also get to trash 1 card from the bottom of all your opponent's Digivolution, then gain a memory for every Digimon that has no sources. So at that point, you're going to be gaining memory for Digivolving to the Zulong, swinging for that security attack +1, and if they have 5 bodies, that's security attack +5. I'm checking all board, and then you just Omni for game, Omni Blitz. I'm trying to look for cards that are not kind of meta. I'm trying to look for other cards that are kind of going to help. So if you know any, let me know. But I'm looking, I'm searching. This Vikemon, when Digivolving, if you have a Tamer in play, up to 3 of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't attack until the end of your opponent's next turn, which could be good because if you're about to die and other Digimon have no sources, they can't attack. Mind you, if they just Digivolve, now they can attack. But really, the Vikemon really sticks out for me because of the when attacking. When attacking once per turn, return one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards to its owner's hand. This could be good to mitigate the Bloomlord's board. Every time you attack, you can swing over a Digimon, and you could bounce a Digimon back to the owner's hand, making them replay it constantly. Also, Nidhogg is actually a good card to play against Bloomlord because it sends all the suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. So having 6 Digimon in play late game and they're all suspended, sending them to the bottom of the deck is a big hit. It's tough to come back from that. Black Mega Gargomon, you unsuspend every time another Digimon becomes suspended. So I like that because the Bloomlord is suspending Digimon, could suspend itself. Even if it suspends the... Well, it could suspend the Black Mega Gargomon, and this won't trigger. So it has to be another Digimon, which works because you have Digisorption, right? When they use Digisorption, they have to suspend a Digimon to reduce the evil cost. So now you could also do that. And I also did now just think about it. I guess you could use Floodgates that reduce Digivolution cost, but for the Digisorption, so there's another Floodgate as well that I didn't put on the list. So, Digisorption, they suspend themselves. Bloomlord, when he suspends another Digimon, Black Mega Gargomon would unsuspend himself. Hidden Potential Discovered will trigger it. So, there's quite a bit of cards that could trigger Black Mega Gargomon. And this is good because Black Mega Gargomon is giving 2 Digimon, which could be himself and another Digimon that's green or black, reboots and blocker, which is awesome because now you can block, another Digimon gets suspended. So this works too if, let's say the Black Mega Gargomon is already suspended, you block with another Digimon, that other Digimon got suspended, so now you can unsuspend the Black Mega Gargomon. So pretty cool. Belphemon, I think just wrecks Bloomlord, like straight up. You just have Rage Mode on there. If they can't get rid of Rage Mode, there's nothing they could really do. They would have to build a Bloomlord in the back, or have the level 5, they would have to then move up, have enough memory to drop a body, digivolve to the Bloomlord, and have both of them be suspended somehow, gain the memory to continue your turn, suspend the Belphemon somehow. Now you got 14. Then at that point, you would just be clashing into it. But you're going to keep cycling with the sleep mode anyway, and you're going to be able to end their attack. So Belphemon, I think, is probably one of the hardest decks to counter Bloomlord because of that. Another one that's just as hard is a Leviamon because you're playing Digimon by effects. So you're going to trigger Biting Crush all the time. And their board is always going to be bigger than yours. So all your when digivolving on play effects are going to trigger. You're going to delete them. Bloomlord really lacks in blockers. They really don't have blockers. So ideally, any deck that's a OTK style of deck that outpaces Bloomlord, you more than likely got it in the bag because they can't block it. So Leviamon's good. Gallantmons are really good for this, especially this one, this EX2. Because when attacking, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon whose total add up to 6,000 DP or less and delete them. And then while you have a Red Tamer in play, add 2,000 to the maximum DP you can choose with DP-based deletion effects. There's ways to increase it. When this EX2 Gallantmon came out, I really love this card. So now, let's say you could delete Digimon up to 8,000 DP or less. 2, 4, 7, and then, okay, that's 3. Okay, you get it. Or you could delete any ultimates. So if they're about to, if they have the Cherrymon and they keep redirecting when you attack, you trigger the one attacking from the Gallantmon, you pop that Cherrymon, and now you're able to swing. So Gallantmon, I think, is very, very good. And of course, you got the Raid one that kind of does something similar, but now you're able to swing an unsuspended Digimon, get to delete Digimon with 6,000 DP or less, and when you attack, you get to do the same thing. If no Digimon was deleted, you get to trash card from their security stack. Just added that War Greymon because of the OTK thing, so it gets security attack plus, piercing. But now here, I actually added Jesmons. This Jesmon can be pretty good late game. On play and when digivolving, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon so that DP total is up to 6,000 DP and delete them. For each of your other Digimon, add 2,000 to the maximum DP base deletion effect it can delete. Jesmon is a white board with all those sistermons that he spits out with effects. And now you can just clear everything, honestly. And then you also have, he's very, very aggressive. Having that security attack +1, you're able to unsuspend, swing again, security attack +1. Now you got that Omni Blitz for game. GG's. Jesmon is also a good counter against it. One that absolutely stops the Bloomlord is actually Venus. Because you have when digivolving, all of your opponent's Digimon gain security attack -1. Not really for that, but because of the opponent's turn effect. All of your opponent's Digimon with security attack can't attack this Digimon and can't activate one attacking and when digivolving effects. Shine Greymon, DP reduction, very aggressive, swing with Tamers, slap everyone in the face, you're gonna win. Blanket with the Ruin mode, just give everything -5,000 DP, and now you're deleting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of their, other 5 Digimon. So again, really good recovery as well, and really high DP. If the Bloomlord swings into it, now you're gonna add on another 5,000 DP blanket. Hades Force, late game, if you have the War Greymon, you delete Digimon and/or Tamers equal to the play cost of the War Greymon of your choosing, and then that War Greymon can attack. So you can delete up to 12 play costs worth of Digimon and/or Tamers from your opponent when you play the Hades Force. Mind you, you do have to meet the color requirements, which is why the Black War Greymon and this War Greymon is very good for that. Crimson Blaze is just nuts, especially against Bloomlord. People will play this left and right. People are playing like 2, 3, 4 copies even. It just, now you're not able to play Digimon by effects with this Sunflowmon. Now, there are other cards in the Bloomlord deck that allow Bloomlord to play more Digimon by effects. So again, more the reason to play that Crimson Blaze. What other decks are you having problems with fighting against, or you just want to learn how to play against them? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll make videos on those. For now, check these out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.